Good morning, everyone. I'm excited to welcome you to today's presentation. We're going to explore managing data complexity in one lake. The title is Managing Data Complexity in One Lake, and the subtitle is Strategies for Organizing, Securing, and Utilizing Data Effectively. Over the next few minutes, we'll look at key strategies to help you organize your data, keep it secure, and make the most of it. Let's get started. Understanding the CSV swamp problem is crucial because it directly impacts how effectively we can manage our data in one lake. When data becomes cluttered and unorganized, it creates a real challenge, not just for data teams, but for the entire business. This slide highlights that, as a result, business decisions suffer due to inconsistent and inaccessible information. If the data isn't reliable or easy to find, making timely, informed decisions becomes much harder. We often see this CSV swamp, a chaotic pile of scattered files, that makes data difficult to locate, unreliable, and hard to use effectively. That mess of CSV files piles up without any real structure, which overwhelms one lake's capacity to keep things tidy and accessible. So the core challenge here is managing this scattered, messy data landscape, which is essential for maintaining the integrity and usefulness of our data assets. Managing data complexity in one lake presents some real challenges, and on this slide, we're focusing on the key issues that arise when data isn't properly managed. First, let's talk about data lineage. When data is unmanaged, it becomes really difficult to track its origins and how it has moved or changed over time. This not only complicates data governance, but also makes it hard to protect sensitive information. Next, trust issues can surface. If the data isn't consistent or is of low quality, users may start losing confidence in the data itself, which impacts decision-making across the organization. Without reliable data, everyone's relying on assumptions rather than facts. Then there are compliance challenges. Regulatory standards around data are becoming more stringent, and if your data isn't well managed, it's easy to fall short of these requirements, exposing your organization to legal or financial penalties. Lastly, unmanaged data significantly raises the risk of data breaches. Without proper controls, sensitive information can be leaked or targeted by ransomware attacks. The bottom line is, unmanaged data in one lake isn't just a technical issue. It's a risk to trust, compliance, and security. That's why managing data complexity effectively is so critical in today's data-driven environment. Managing data complexity in one lake can be quite challenging, and one of the key issues we face is the poor support for unstructured and semi-structured data formats. This is a significant limitation because modern data sources often come in various formats that don't fit neatly into traditional databases. These shortcomings make traditional approaches inadequate for handling one lake's dynamic and diverse data landscape. When we look at support for data formats, the inability to process data in real time or near real time is another critical issue. In today's fast-paced environment, real-time processing is often essential for timely insights, but legacy systems struggle to keep up with this demand. Furthermore, legacy data systems and data warehouses are not designed to handle modern data demands. They face scalability challenges. They simply can't efficiently manage the large volumes and diverse types of data that we encounter today. All these factors highlight why traditional data management methods are falling short, especially in a platform like OneLake that thrives on agility, scale, and diverse data integration. Now, let's take a closer look at the final layer in the Medallion architecture, which is the gold layer. This is where we curate datasets that are specifically optimized for analytics. These datasets are tailored to meet the unique needs of the business and are designed to drive actionable insights. Essentially, the gold layer provides the clean, refined data that decision makers rely on to make informed choices. Moving back a step, the silver layer plays a crucial role in this process. It focuses on cleaning and standardizing the data that we ingested earlier. This step ensures that the data is trustworthy and ready for deeper analysis, reducing errors and inconsistencies. And at the very beginning, we have the bronze layer, where raw, unprocessed data is ingested into one lake. This is the foundation of the entire architecture. Without this initial step, there's no data to refine or curate. It's the starting point that supports all subsequent data refinement and organization efforts. Together, these layers form a comprehensive approach to managing data complexity, ensuring we have reliable, usable, and insightful datasets at every stage. Now, let's take a closer look at the bronze layer, which is all about raw ingestion. This layer is primarily used by our technical teams. It's not designed for direct business use, but rather to serve as a reliable, unaltered source of data. The data stored here remains exactly as it arrives, comprehensive and untouched, capturing every event and detail. This makes it an essential foundation for troubleshooting, reprocessing, and ensuring data integrity. Think of the bronze layer as the ultimate data archive for one lake, providing a solid base for all subsequent data processing. Its main purpose is to keep the raw data intact, so technical teams can access and work with the most complete version of the data whenever needed. Now, moving on to the silver layer, data refinement. This is where we focus on managing the complexity of our data within one lake. The main goal here is to produce a trusted, steady dataset that's suitable for general analytical purposes. Essentially, after the initial raw data is ingested, the silver layer helps us validate and enrich our datasets to ensure consistency and reliability. This process involves handling missing or incomplete data, removing duplicates, and correcting errors, steps that are crucial for making our data trustworthy. The transformation from bronze to silver is about cleaning up the data, making it more reliable for analysis. So, in summary, the silver layer acts as the bridge that refines our raw data into a more polished, dependable resource that supports sound decision-making. Now, let's talk about the gold layer, which is all about business-ready data. This layer is crucial because it helps us manage the complexity of data within one lake, making sure that the information we use is reliable and ready for decision-making. It supports advanced analytics and machine learning models, which means we can do more sophisticated analysis to uncover deeper insights. This layer delivers consistent, actionable insights directly to our decision-makers, ensuring everyone has the right information at the right time. When we say it supports advanced analytics, it's optimized for fast query performance, especially when generating reports and dashboards. Speed is key here, so users can explore data quickly without delays. The data in the gold layer is organized by business rules and KPIs, making it highly relevant to our specific objectives. It's curated carefully to ensure that what we're working with is accurate and meaningful. This tailored approach means the data is suited specifically for business consumption, enabling us to make smarter, faster decisions that align with our strategic goals. Now, let's talk about managing data complexity in one lake and how these best practices can really make a difference. When we focus on discoverability, it's essential to implement clear folder structures that accurately reflect the different data zones and layers. This way, anyone working with the data can quickly locate what they need without unnecessary confusion. Next, using descriptive and standardized names for all lakehouse items, pipelines, notebooks, and reports is crucial. It might seem simple, but consistent naming helps everyone understand what each component is at a glance, saving time and reducing errors. And of course, maintaining a standard for naming conventions across the board is vital. When organization is consistent, it keeps the entire One Lake environment clear and manageable. Remember, the goal here is to make data more accessible and easier to work with, which ultimately supports the overall efficiency and effectiveness of our data initiatives. Let's take a closer look at managing data complexity in One Lake. As you can see, these measures are crucial for protecting data integrity, privacy, and ensuring compliance within the platform. By implementing these strategies, we can create a secure and trustworthy data environment. First, data protection in One Lake involves enforcing retention policies. These policies help us stay compliant with regulations by managing how long data is kept and when it should be deleted. Effectively managing the data lifecycle reduces risks associated with outdated or unnecessary information lingering in the system. Next, role-based permissions are vital. By applying permissions that are aligned with data ownership rules, we ensure that access is granted only to those with the appropriate roles and responsibilities. This way, sensitive data stays protected from unauthorized access. Finally, structured folder hierarchies play a key role in security. Organizing data into clearly defined folders, especially separating sensitive information into dedicated, access-restricted folders, makes it easier to control and monitor who has access to what. Altogether, these measures help us maintain a secure, compliant, and well-organized data environment in OneLake, supporting our overall goal of effective data management.